quick video today on proportional lines, and just to clarify, direct variation and proportional, we're going to say, are the same thing. The book uses the term direct variation. I like the term proportional. They both refer to the same type of line. And the thing about proportional lines is there are two things that have to be met in order for a line to be proportional. The first is it has to be a straight line. So it has to be linear. And the second thing is the line has to pass through the origin. Okay, so those are the two requirements for a proportional line. Has to be straight, has to go through 0, 0. So looking at these quick examples here to the left, A, B, C, or D, one of these is proportional, and it has to be C, because C is the only one that fits these requirements that we just talked about. It's straight, then it goes through the origin. A is straight, but does not go through the origin. B is not straight, even though it does go through the origin. And same with D, not a straight line, but it does go through the origin. So those are the two requirements for a proportional line. And lastly, there is a form that a proportional line fits into, and the form is y equals m times x. And m is a number. This can be a fraction, it can be a decimal, it can be anything. And the reason that it fits into this format is because, first of all, anything that fits into that form is going to be linear. Notice with our knowledge here, y is to the first power, x is to the first power. They're separate, there's nothing crazy going on with the variables. So if we take an equation like y equals 2x, it's going to be a straight line. Okay? No matter what we put in for m, it will be straight, linear. And the other thing we should notice is, no matter what I put in for, like if I put 0 in for x, I'm going to get, if we used m, from up here, if I use this equation, y equals m times x, doesn't matter what m is, if I put in 0 for x, I get m times 0, which is still 0. So we can see here that it is going to go through this point 0, 0. But let's go back to the equation y equals 2x. And move that over here. It is proportional. It fits the format, okay? And let's put in a couple points. We know that 0, 0 is a point. 1 and 2, 2 and 4. Basically, we just double x, right, to get y. So 2 times 1 gives me 2. That's over 1 up 2. 2 times 2 gives me 4, over 2 up 4. So there we go. This would work for negatives as well. If I put -1 in for x, I get -2 for y. That's this point right here. So you can see that, yes, it is a proportional line. I just didn't draw it very well. So it is proportional. Here's the real cool thing. What is the slope of the line that we just created? We'll take any 2 points that are on there, and we'll use the rise over run. And if I go over 1, up 2, my rise is 2, my run is 1, 2 over 1 equals 2. So the slope is always the number in front of x when we have a proportional line. So m represents any number, and in this case, that number represents the slope when it's in this format. And I'll show you how we're going to utilize that tomorrow. It's going to be helpful and help us graph things very quickly. So that is a short intro to proportional lines. We'll talk more about it tomorrow.